What's going on, virtual friends, and welcome to the Virtual Moose channel. So today I finally got my hands on a proper head strap for the Quest 3. As you can see, hopefully you can tell by now, I've decided to go for the M3 Pro from BOBOVR. So the M3 Pro is a halo head strap, which is widely believed to be the most comfortable style of head strap for the Quest or for VR headsets. Has a little pad at the front as well as the back to kind of balance the pressure on the head. And it's also got a battery pack, which is super important, particularly for the Quest 3, which is known to have issues in just basically draining power super quick, and also, in my experience, being really slow to charge up as well, which is not the best combo, but hopefully today we have a bit of a fix for it. And it is also worth mentioning that the battery pack being on the back of the headset also goes a way to kind of balance the headset out so it's not so front heavy like the Quest usually feels. I'm hoping it's going to be a big upgrade to the kind of elastic bands that come with the Quest, because those aren't exactly the most comfortable things. So the reason I have kind of hesitated in picking up a proper head strap for my Quest is because there have been mixed reviews on the BOBO M3 Pro, with some people saying that it actually fails to sufficiently power the Quest 3 while you're using it. A lot of people are saying that the Quest 3 is just too power hungry, but that said, a lot of other people have said that they have had no problems. So hopefully today we can actually get to the bottom of things and see what my experience is like using the head strap. So I'm going to do an awkward little unboxing in my very limited space here, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, I already filmed this entire video and realized that my microphone wasn't on, so the box is already open, but I'm going to try and recreate the experience for you. You open it up and you've got this, these instructions, which are very helpful. First thing you get in the headset is this kind of main bit of the head strap, right there, nice and folded. Put that aside for the moment. Next thing you get is the back plate. This is the thing that goes like on the back of your head, the little back cushion here. And then we've got this kind of weighty little box here which contains the spare battery, super important. Definitely does have a little bit of weight to it, so you can see how that would hopefully contribute to counterbalancing the overall weight distribution of the headset. Last but not least, we have these little kind of silicone-y, these are like the honeycomb things that basically I think you attach to the back of the head strap if you want more head grip on the back of your head. I don't know. Alright, so first things I noticed with the head strap is that it has this nice kind of braided soft cable, which is just a nice touch. I do like a good braided cable. It's also not too stiff, so it shouldn't be annoying to kind of handle. Also helpfully got these left and right indicators on the inside of here, and you've also got the same thing on the back of this back of the head plate thing here, which helps you figure out which way you're supposed to put it on. Make sure you do pay attention to that, because I spent a good few minutes trying to put it on backwards, and funnily enough, that didn't work. So first thing you want to do is actually just attach the back of the head plate thing. I need to know what these are called. It can take a little bit of force, which always makes me uncomfortable when dealing with kind of anything tech related, to be honest, but the kind of clips that go in are not hard plastic, they're kind of rubbery, so that gives you a little bit of security, a little bit of comfort. Once you've got that in, this thing actually does just open up like that. Opening up the battery box here, we've got some little instructions, which we will most likely not be reading. You've got a little USB-C cable to help charge it up if you need one. We're going to see if it does actually come with any charge straight out the box. Here we have the battery. Whoop. Yeah, definitely got some weight to it. You can see the kind of connectors over there, and at the back I like this, a battery indicator which shows you how much battery. In fact, hang on, if I push a button, does it? There we go. Looks like it has come fully charged, which I love when companies give you something and you don't have to wait for it to charge up. That's always nice. You can just jump straight into the action. Definitely does feel premium quality, just straight off the bat. Kind of futuristic looking as well. I don't know. Can I turn it off? Do I hold the button? Maybe I do need to read the instructions. Alright, so judging by these instructions, next thing we want to do is actually take our Quest 3 and remove these side arm straps. Now, I haven't looked this up, I'm just guessing you just kind of pull them off, and I'm hoping I'm right. Yes, it looks like you do just pull them off. I don't know, that stresses me out. Once you pull those side bits off, you then need to obviously undo the Velcro at the top and just get rid of this elastic band once and for all, hopefully. And that leaves you with this nice naked looking Quest 3 over here, which we can then attach the BOBOVR head strap to. As far as I'm aware, what we need to do is get these little bits to kind of clip on the sides of the Quest. Looks like it slides in instead of clips in, which is interesting. Cool. So if I've done this correctly, this is what it should look like, and you can see you've still got that space there for the cable to plug in, which is this little thing hanging here. And then we should probably actually attach the battery pack, I guess. Oh, that was cool. That was pretty cool. It was quite a strong magnet. It like sucked it out of my hand. I wasn't expecting that. The last step is to thread this little Velcro bit through the front of the Quest. Not exactly sure how to do that, so I'm just going to figure that out off screen. But there we have it. Our Quest is looking a lot chunkier right now with everything attached. As you can see, we have the little dial at the back here to adjust it, depending on how big your head is, or small. All right, so I'm going to charge up the battery so it is fully charged, and then we're going to test out and see how much extra life I actually get from this extra battery. Alright, so the results of the battery tests are in, but real quick, these are the settings that I used for all of the tests. I basically went into SideQuest and boosted all of my graphics and performance settings to the maximum I could get them to. This of course results in a faster battery drain, but I really wanted to see how the BOBOVR battery pack handled that, and it's also just how I like to play my games, with better graphics and settings. Also, I was playing Bone Lab for all of the tests, so I tried to keep it as even as possible. Alright, so first up, the control. Using just the battery that comes in the Quest headset, the battery went from fully charged down to 65% in just 33 minutes under these settings. That isn't that long and is a little bit disappointing. Next up, I tested it under the same conditions, but plugged it into the wall using my 3-meter long USB-C cable, and with that plugged in, I got from 100% fully charged down to 65% in about an hour and 10 minutes, which is approximately double the time that the battery of the Quest headset alone managed, but not quite as good as the BOBOVR's battery pack managed. Using the BOBOVR's battery pack plugged in, I went from a full charge down to 65% in 2 hours. At which point the battery pack was dead and I was back on the internal Quest's battery. I did also check, and after an hour and 30 minutes, I was at 75% charge and the battery pack was still going. So that means that the battery pack died basically between an hour and a half and 2 hours in, somewhere in that zone. I didn't catch the exact time. So that means at these boosted graphic and performance settings, the BOBOVR's battery pack outperformed the USB-C charger plugged into the wall by about 50 minutes, with also the added benefit of not having a cable attached to my head while I played, which is always nice. Even more impressively, that means that compared to the internal battery of the Quest headset, the BOBOVR's battery pack gave me basically an extra hour and a half of extra playtime, which is pretty awesome. Now, of course, if you are not playing with all of the graphics and performance settings boosted to the max, then you will most likely get even longer out of it. In terms of comfort, it is obviously a lot more comfortable than the stock elastic band strap that you get with the Quest 3. The weight feels a lot more balanced on your head, causing less neck strain, and also there's less kind of pressure on your face, which is always nice. You get less of that VR face. I would still, however, recommend picking up a facial interface with a nose cover for increased immersion, because you do still get that light leakage coming in through the nose area, so I find that having like a facial interface with a nose cover just blocks that out and helps you stay focused on the virtual world, so you can forget about that boring real world. So in conclusion, the BOBOVR's M3 Pro battery pack head strap, that was a mouthful, is miles more comfortable than the stock head strap that you get with the Quest 3, and although it doesn't actively increase the headset's charge while you're playing with it, it does give you at least an extra hour and a half of playtime, which in my opinion is well worth it. So that's my experience with the BOBOVR M3 Pro. I'm very happy I picked it up. It's definitely been a worthwhile investment in terms of comfort and extended battery life for me. But I'm curious to know, what are your experiences with the same headset if you have it, or is there a different head strap that I've been missing out on that I need to know about? Let me know in the comments, and if you are new here, please hit the subscribe button because I'm a pretty new channel, as you can probably see, and any support, if you enjoy the content, would be much appreciated. There will be more coming out from me very soon, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.